Hi, I did my speech on tornadoes. Tornadoes are the most violent of all atmospheric storms. The technical definition of a tornado is it is a violent, it's a narrow, violent, rotating column of air that extends from the base of a thunderstorm to the ground. Technically, a tornado is not called a tornado unless the funnel cloud touches the ground. The definition of a funnel cloud is it is a rotating cone-shaped column of air extending downward from the base of a thunderstorm. Before a thunderstorm begins, there is a significant change in the wind direction and an increase in the wind speed. After that happens, it also develops an invisible horizontal spinning effect in the lower atmosphere. The rising air in the thunderstorm's updraft tilts the rotating air vertically. And then after that happens, a funnel cloud is then formed, and then it touches the ground, and then you have a tornado. There are two types of tornadoes. There are supercells and non-supercells. There are a few differences between the two. A supercell is more powerful and more violent, and it causes more damage. And then the non-supercells are basically the opposite. They're weaker and they do less damage. And the second difference is the supercells have a rotating updraft. And an updraft is a current rising of air. And the non-supercells doesn't have that at all. There is a scale that distinguishes the levels of damage on tornadoes. They're F0s through F5s. And F0 causes light damage. It's the weakest one. And F1 causes moderate damage, and F2 causes considerable damage, and F3 causes severe damage, and an F4 causes devastating damage, and an F5 causes incredible damage. The worst F5 ever to be recorded in U.S. history is the Tri-State tornado. On March 18, 1925, the event lasted 3 hours. It covered 219 miles through Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana. There was a total deaths of 695. There were 2,027 injuries. There was 15,000 homes destroyed and $16.5 million worth of damage. Texas gets hit the most with tornadoes. They average around 125 per year. Oklahoma is next with 57 per year. Now, the thing that I found the most interesting about my research was that tornadoes are very unpredictable. They happen any time of the year, any time of the day. They even happen in other countries, as well as all the 50 states of our country. Southern states' peak seasons are March through May, and northern states' peak seasons are in the summer. Now, there's an area that's called the Great Plains. It's the central part of the United States. And in this area, there are 500 or more tornadoes each year that happen in this area. And because of that, the area is called also the Tornado Alley. A tornado alley is a flat stretch of land that goes from Texas to North Dakota. And what happens in this area is the dry air from Canada meets with the tropical air from the Gulf of Mexico, and they meet, and basically those are the two main ingredients for tornadoes. Now, the other states around us have that too, but in this specific area, the Tornado Alley, it actually happens twice as much. There are so many things that scientists still don't know about tornadoes, like how they how they disappear and die. And the researchers actually have made a lot of progress over the years, but there's still a lot that they haven't found out, and hopefully one of these days we'll know exactly how they do die and disappear. My sources for this speech was from 4 reliable websites: weatherwizkids.com, lifescience.com, nssl.noaa.gov, and crh.noaa.gov. Thank you.